this is Lori Magnuson over at Stamp Sunshine on Facebook. Today I wanted to bring you another Christmas card that I'm working on, and I love this card. It's so fun and just kind of joyful and whimsical. I loved that these beautiful little gems, they're called wonderful gems, just fit perfectly inside the little berries of the holly. The colors that we're using for this card is Pool Party, Bumblebee, this one is Pear Pizzazz, and then for the reds, we used Poppy Parade. So this is just a quick and easy card. Inside, I stamped Peace to You and Yours. The front says, of course, Joy to the World. All right, so the stamp set that we used, actually it's a bundle. It's called the Peace and Joy Bundle. It features all of these stamps, plus a lot of dies. And really the dies that are featured in this set cut out 3 different layers of 3 words: joy, bright, and peace. Love this set. I think it's really going to be a favorite this year for Christmas. So I'll go ahead and show you how I made this card. So the first thing I did was I did get out my Stamparatus because I wanted to make quite a few of these cards, and I didn't want to be guessing where all these pieces went. So basically what I did was I laid my largest die cut on the front of my card, and then as I wanted to stamp each item, lay that stamp set, I would decide where I want it. Then I would move this, I would place that onto my Stamparatus, and then I would go ahead and stamp all of my cards. And then what I did was I did 2 more items on my Stamparatus, say these 2, stamped those, and each time I just moved this, and I decided where I would lay those stamps down, and then I could do a lot of cards one after another, but I did basically do them in assembly line type fashion, where I stamped this item first, and then these items, and then I did the berries last, because I really wanted to get exact layering without making any mistakes on my cards and having to throw out paper. So I hope that was a good enough description. Otherwise, you could just hand stamp this. It wouldn't be that difficult just by laying your image of your die cut down in the middle and deciding where each thing goes. So the first thing that I want to do is go ahead and put together this die cut image and just show you how beautifully these layer together. This word joy was made with 3 different die cuts, and it's made to layer on top of itself. So what I like to do is just put a tiny bit of glue on the back of my words. These don't take a lot of glue, obviously, so you don't have to get too carried away with it. Just a tiny bit of glue is going to hold that on. I'm going to decide where I want that on the front of my other larger blue piece, the Pool Party. Hold that in place just to give it a second. Okay. I'm going to do the same thing with my tiny little piece. Now, if you have the type of glue pen that gives you a tiny little dot, you'd probably do all right to use that, or you can also use your silicone mat and a sponge to get your glue on the back. I'm doing all right with getting just a tiny bit of glue on this. I'm happy with that. As you can see there, there's just a little bit of glue on that, but that should be enough to hold it in place. Without making too much of a mess, I think I can just lay that down and hold it for a few seconds to get it to stay in place. While I'm waiting for that to dry, I think I will go ahead and place my beautiful, wonderful gem on the front of my card. You can either put it up here or down here, or you can put more than one on. I'm just going to put one on for the sake of the example. I think I'm going to put this one right here. Okay, just fits perfectly over the front, and look how pretty. It's all glittery, so pretty. All right, so I think this is sufficiently dried. Oop, I already took the lid off. I'm just gonna go ahead and put just a little bit of glue on the back of this, and I'm going to adhere that right where I want it. Just kind of centering it there in the middle of the card. Okay, and then the other thing is there's a little saying that says joy to the world, and actually I'm going to use these scissors, paper scissors, to cut that just as straight as I can up close to the red edge, but I am going to leave a tiny little white space all the way around. And I'm going to use my mini dimensionals on the back of that, if I do have some here. Okay, there they are. All right, make sure I got it the way I want it. I think I'll trim that just a little more, just for the sake of perfection, which is not really necessary. Just leave however much space you would like. And even these mini dimensionals might be a little big for the back of this, so I'm just going to cut a couple of pieces off of the edge so that I can get a more rectangular piece. See? And I'll go ahead and put that on the backs. And this is going to pop up the words. All right, I don't know what the scoop is here. Cut another piece. All right, off the edge there. And just place that on the other side of that. Now we're just going to peel the backing off and go ahead and get that onto the front of our card. And then we're just going to finish assembling the card, and that's all you have. I think I'm just going to put that right here. Okay. Isn't that pretty? All right, now I'm just going to go ahead and take glue and go all the way around the edge of this and adhere it to the blue layer. Pool Party is our Stampin' Up! Color of blue that I selected here. Is anybody else listening to Christmas music yet? I am. Something about listening to Christmas music helps me get in the mood for my cards. Okay, here's the inside. And I already have this piece of thick Whisper White cardstock cut at 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. I stamped my image on the inside. And then what I wanted to do was pop this up on the front. So I'm just going to go ahead and cut a few more of my dimensionals here. So I feel like I could do, I think I'm going to do about 3 different Christmas cards this year for my friends and family if I have time. But I feel like I'm running out of time. Things are, this year has grown to be such a long year, you know. I hope everybody's well and finding some time for crafting, finding something that brings happiness and joy into your life. Crafting certainly is something that I enjoy, and paper crafting in particular. So I can spend many hours doing it and I don't get sad or bored. All right, I like that. That's just popped up on the front there. It gives it a little extra oomph. I love this card. Very, very nice. And then I just stamped an image on the very front of the envelope. And so that when this goes in the mail, it'll be a really beautiful set together. So if you like the things that you see here today, you can contact me. You can go to my Facebook page at Stamp Sunshine, or you can send me an email from my Facebook page if you'd like to contact me personally. Otherwise, if you'd like to order, please go to my website where I have my online store at lauriemagnuson.stampinup.net. Have a great day and Stamp Sunshine.